All right, I'm gonna explain how I got to 6 felonies by 16 years old, 3 misdemeanors. All the paperwork, it said I was looking up to 12 and a half years, all by the age of 16. Like I was literally a junior in high school at this point. I'm gonna explain a little bit of the story, and then at the end of the story, I'm gonna explain how this relates to most people, just on a different scale. Obviously, most people aren't breaking into houses and fucking doing all this crazy shit, but a lot of people make the same mistake that I made, just in different ways, and I'm gonna show you how to prevent making that mistake. So let me kind of go back to the beginning. I grew up very poor. I grew up without a dad. I had this, whatever, you know what I mean? I grew up in the middle of Stockton, California, just hella poor, hella broke, no guidance from other men. It's not a sob story, but it's just the reality of how I grew up. And because of that, I never really had men that I like directly looked up to as I want to be this kind of man. The biggest influences in men that I had was always because of men that I was like, I'm not gonna be like him. That's been like the biggest influence in men. It's never been positive influence, directly positive. In turn, the negative people that I decided not to be like turned out to be positive for me, but that's besides the point. And because of me not having any men in my life, it's like I grew up, I always had my mom there. My mom always gave me like unconditional love, and I'm like always have been super appreciative of it. But it's like, for example, when it came to moments where I would get in fights in school, or like there was lessons that needed, there was many points in my life where I needed a male's perspective and a male's like tough love that would have developed me better into being more confident, having just this just well-rounded fucking way of growing up. Like everybody needs a mom and a dad. You would grow up much better if you had a mom and a dad. But like, for example, say I got in a fight at school or whatever, like I fucking fell off my bike. Like my mom would be there, boom, give me the love, give me the nurture, all the support and everything. But I needed like a man or a father to tell me like, get up, keep your head up, like let's keep it pushing, like boom, you know what I mean? Like that kind of energy. I never had that growing up. I had an older brother, but we didn't even live together. I never had any males directly around me. It was always me and my twin sister. Or me, my mom, and my twin sister. Long story short, I just never really had that guidance, and I guess you could use that as fucking excuses or reasons. But long story short, I didn't really grow up like secure. I didn't really grow up feeling confident in myself. I was hella skinny. A freshman year in high school, I was 4'11". I was 4'11" and skinny as fuck. I literally looked like I was like 8 or 9 years old at the beginning of fucking high school. So that was already like not good for me, you feel me? And I grew up hella poor. Like I lived in a garage for 6 years. All this shit, right? I'm getting through this whole story to give you a picture of why I grew up not secure in myself. Poor, hella small, hella skinny, looked like a little boy, like lived in a garage. Like what else was there? Like there was nothing for me to be confident about. There's no lessons that I'd gone through where a man had taught me how to get through it and what I learned from it and how to develop this mindset. So I was just insecure. And because of that, especially the environment that I grew up in, it's like you were really judged based off like the clothes you had, the fucking jewelry, the chains, all this shit. Like if you had money, that's how you was judged. Like we grew up fucking like little hood type life and shit. Like, everybody fucking trying to get a clean ass car, trying to have, bro, you just trying to floss on everybody. That's just the way it is. I never had none of that shit. And because of that, it literally led me to, long story short, stealing. Like I literally wanted to feel so cool. Like I got my value for myself based off what I was wearing, the chains, the jewelry, fucking rings, fucking all that shit, earrings. And I bought hella that shit when I was like 15, 16 years old. I bought earrings, I bought chain. I still got all the same shit to this day. I never sold or anything, but I used that to cover up how I really felt inside. Because when I put all that shit on, I felt cool as fuck. I had the J's on, boom, I'm pulling up to school. I felt fucking cool as shit. And then obviously I wanted more money, so I kept stealing, kept taking shit. And I just made all these reasons and excuses why it was okay, because I started off stealing from stores first, and I was like, bro, this is a big ass store. It's like nothing even personal from someone that is losing. It's like company money. So I just kind of justified that shit. And it led me to catching my first 3 felonies. The first 3 felonies that I caught, I just built up this confidence over time with stealing so much shit. Me and my homeboy, we would do this shit called checking cars, and we'd go check cars at night and just take shit, and then like we would just do all kind of shit. We're always just checking cars and stealing, and we got caught. Like we ended up getting caught, but it was never big enough for me to like actually change my decisions, because the reason that I was stealing was deeper than the pain that I felt for why I was stealing was deeper than the pain of me getting caught for stealing. You feel what I'm saying? So the pain had to increase in terms of me stealing for me to stop stealing, because I had a deeper reason of why I was stealing. And I hope you're keeping up with what I'm saying. But eventually, long story short, me and my homie, we're chopping it up in my room right after school. We're in my garage actually. And we're both hella fucking broke. And I don't even know how we come up with this idea, but long story short, we're like, fuck it, we're gonna hit a lick. It means we're gonna break into the house. Like we're gonna hit a lick. And we go right down the street. We're not even fucking like half a mile from my house. Shit was so stupid. And we go and we knock on the door. We're like, hey, is Alex here? Some random name. Like, is Alex here a friend? No, Alex don't live here. Oh, okay, dang, we got the wrong house. Walk 3 doors over. Hey, is John here? Like, he said is he able to come out and play? Like, I don't think we said that because we were 16. But is he able to come out? Like, is he able to, like, come outside with us? No, John lives here. We got the wrong house. Boom, do that a couple more times. We get to one house. Yo, hey, wrong house. We're like, oh shit, he didn't even open the fucking door. He's just like speaking hella loud through the door. Long story short, boom, we get around. No one answers. Waiting a little bit. Do it again. Knock on the door. No one answers. Alright. One more time. No one answers. The way that the house was set up, there was a window, and when you peeked through the window, you could see into the garage, and there was no car in the garage. So we're like, oh fuck, let's fucking go around. Like we go around the back, boom, fuck it, broad daylight, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., broad daylight. Walk around the back, open up the gate, boom, close the gate behind us. We're inside their backyard. Heart is pounding right there, just pounding. Start ducking through the windows, ducking past poop, ducking past the little bathroom and shit. Sliding door, we're like peeking over and shit. No one's inside that we see. This dumbass nigga that I was with, bruh, I'm not gonna say his name obviously, but this nigga, he fucking. How do you think we got in that house? The dumbest way possible. Motherfucker, there's a golf club in the back. Whacks! Just shatters that motherfucker. Imagine literally right now, you grab a bat or a golf club and you shatter a window next to you. It would be so fucking loud. So loud. You would hear that shit 5, 6, 10 houses down the street. It's broad daylight, like birds are barely like you would hear that so far away. Shatters that motherfucker. Clears out the bottom so we don't cut ourselves. We jump in, boom, running through the house. Didn't fucking find nothing. Boom, someone at the front door banging on the door. We're like, oh fuck. Boom, hit the fucking, run down the hallway. Bust the left, boom, jump out the fucking window, hit a couple fences, hit another couple fences, get onto the main road, running down the street, cop car screeching, like boom, pulls up, hops out beside us. Long story short, tackled. Caught my first 3 felonies. Burglary, fucking vandalism, conspiracy to commit a crime, some other shit. Long story, right? Damn, you fucking 3 felonies right there. I caught 3 more felonies 3 months later. Whole nother story. But like, why did I do that shit? I had already been caught stealing before from other incidents. My mom had to pick me up from the store, or they were gonna call the cops. I'd been caught before, but it finally got to the point where the pain was worse from stealing than the pain that I was actually covering up. And this is the part that I was talking about way in the beginning. The pain that I was covering up is I was insecure in myself, and I was trying to validate myself based off external shit. I was willing to break into a house to get money in order to buy more chains, more clothes, more jewelry, to feel good about myself, because as I felt I was a little boy and I never had that guidance from another man that I needed to make me feel secure in myself. It's a crazy realization that I realized years later, like, oh my God, why do you keep stealing? Like, I didn't understand it back then. No one had fucking understood. Like, you're gonna throw away your life. I still thank God to this day for the way life has turned out. But hindsight, I was doing that because I was insecure in myself. And what, like I said, most people do nowadays is they're not really confident in who they are as a person, so they cover it up with all these other things. Me, it was clothes and jewelry, but everybody else is like, oh, they really want to get good at their job. Of course everyone wants to be good at their job, but they really focus on their job, or they really want to have like a girl, they really want to have like a nice car, they really want to have all these other things. All of those things are external. All of them are external. So you're never going to fulfill yourself internally based off that shit. And what I learned to do is to fulfill myself internally by getting in the best shape of my life, by eating healthy, by self-reflecting through a journal and really understanding myself. These are the things that I teach now as a coach because it's so valuable to me, because it's caused me the biggest pain not understanding myself and not being confident in myself. And I literally choose to fulfill myself internally and develop myself as a man every single day based off my training, based off my diet, based off my self-reflection, based off dropping vices like smoking, drinking, vaping, anything that feels good in the moment but that I regret later. This is how I've truly developed myself internally. And this is the 5-step plan that has led me there, which I learned from my mentor, and I'm going to teach to you, so that way you don't have to rely on external items or the world to fulfill you. This is how you fulfill yourself internally. You wake up early, you train, you track your macronutrients, you self-reflect through a journal, and you drop all vices. Like I said, a vice is anything that makes you feel good in the moment but that you regret later. That is literally the 5-step process that I wish I would have taught myself when I was 16 years old, because it would have prevented me from breaking into the house. It would have prevented me from getting the 6 felonies, being on probation, house arrest, missing my first few days of school because I was locked up. If you follow that 5-step process, which I still follow every single day and teach to my clients, it will absolutely change your life. You will find internal value, and you will just be the best version of yourself. If you struggle with any of this, the diet, the training, confidence, going sober, dropping vices, DM me on Instagram, Isaiah Dillon. I 100% got you. It's been the biggest pain of my life, and I understand how to teach it to you because I've overcome it myself. Stay locked in. The future looks bright. Ow! Let's get it.